1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
It's been a long offseason, guys. We have looked at this team 6 ways from Sunday, I feel like. Players we know are going to be good, players we think are going to be good, and players that we're really excited about. And I'm finally excited to finally see this in person. Not in person. I'll be here in South Carolina watching it, but finally able to see it with my own eyes on my TV screen coming up on Sunday. And then, of course, very excited to get in and react to it on Monday as well, hopefully for good reason. In my 2 years here so far, we've had some pretty not fun reaction Mondays, to say the least. So hopefully we avoid a lot of those this upcoming year, especially for game number 1, and get things started off on the right foot with South Carolina. As I mentioned, Carolina doesn't have a good track record against FBS teams or against Power 4 teams in the first month of the season. In the Beamer era alone, they've only picked up 2 wins against those kind of teams, that being against Mississippi State 2 years ago and, of course, Kentucky last year. Now, yeah, for the first couple years there, they were playing Georgia in the first month, so that certainly didn't help. But you've got an onslaught of 4 Power 4 teams start the season, beginning with Virginia Tech on Sunday, and obviously we want to get started off on the right foot there. But you know, this is a team of Virginia Tech that is challenging in a lot of ways because you just don't know everything about them because so much of their talent has been picked from other places around the country via the transfer portal, and they have new coordinators coming in, all those kind of things. So you know, we'll see what happens there. But this has been such a fun offseason. Don't take that for granted. Last year was a lot of fun. 9 wins, good bowl game, cusp of the playoff. Didn't quite make it in, but still, so much hype this offseason. You're getting ranked. You're appearing on lists. Sellers is on the short list for Heisman Trophy, first-round draft pick, all this kind of stuff. I've thoroughly enjoyed these past 8.5 months getting to talk about this team and creating the excitement for the season. I am pumped for what the season can be. Nervous about some things because there's the unknowns that we don't quite know yet about this team, but I'm so excited to see what this team can be to hopefully live up to what last year's team did, if not surpass what they did. And we'll see if they can do that starting on Sunday. As far as this game goes, my biggest key is not shooting yourself in the foot too many times, right? And again, it's week number 1. There's going to be mistakes. You're going to do things that are a little bit sloppy and a little bit ugly. Even Sellers is probably going to do something you go, oh, man, didn't like the look of that. But it's game 1 jitters, right? Shake them off, continue on, and just don't let it be a consistent thing through 4 quarters on Sunday to put yourself in a situation where you can't dig out of it. You know, don't continue to give Virginia Tech a short field where they can punch it in and score, and suddenly you find yourself down 17-3 or something like that. Like, hanging on to the ball is going to be huge. Turnovers, obviously a big problem last year. I hope Sunday is the beginning of turning around on that to make that much better. You're going to have to contain Kyron Jones. Again, last year was a rough year for him, but he has the ability, especially the athleticism, to make plays happen, just like Lenore Sellers does. And we don't know how good he's got in the offseason working with Philip Montgomery, but you have to assume he's taken some steps forward. And I hope this new-look defense with a lot of new faces and a lot of guys stepping into important roles like J.R. Johnson, like, Monkel Goodwine, Gabriel Brownlow Dinley, Brian Thomas Jr. expect to be that other guy on the end of the defense. Pass rushing. I need all these guys to step up and make big plays. DQ Smith to kind of maybe fill that hole left behind by Nicky Minwari, who, again, was the eraser on the back end of that defense that cleaned up so many things that maybe didn't go exactly well on the front end of the defense. I need to see those things coming up on Sunday. And this receiving core, I talked about it with Heath Klein a few minutes ago. They should take a significant step forward. And I think this game coming up tomorrow against a okay defense from Virginia Tech a year ago that brings in a lot of new guys via the transfer portal in that secondary, I want to see the pass game take advantage of that. And Rasul Faison, let's see him cook. We've been hyping this eligibility for a while. He finally got it. I want to see him go out there and have a phenomenal game. I want to see him rush for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Don't know if that's going to happen, but I have faith in him and hopefully in this offensive line to go out there and make some good things happen as well. And also be weary. Virginia Tech is a team that feels like it has his back up against the wall. Again, Pry is fighting for his job in a lot of senses right now. They're not going to be afraid to maybe think outside the box, maybe get a little bit risky. Be prepared for everything. Don't get caught like Boise State did last night, not seeing a backup quarterback walk onto the field instead of a punter, and then they burn you for a long touchdown. You know what I mean? Like, have your P's and your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Those kind of things are going to be so vitally important for South Carolina coming up on Sunday.